Hey guys, it's Patrick. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting. It is another Starbucks copycat recipe. I love these videos. You guys really love these videos, and I'm gonna continue to make them for you guys. So I've already done the Starbucks pumpkin bread. I've already done the lemon cake. So what are we gonna do next? We are doing the Starbucks banana bread at home. I really do like Starbucks banana bread. It is so moist, so fluffy. The crunch from the walnut along with the sweetness from the banana, it's so good. It's so good, and this is so easy to make from home, and you can have it all week. I found a recipe from sugarandsoul.co. I will leave the link in the description box down below so you guys can try it out for yourself. The recipe looks so easy. Does not look complicated at all. You don't need a mixer for this, using like a few bowls. And let's get on with the recipe. So the first step is to preheat the oven. If you're using a glass pan, you need to preheat it to 325. And if you're using a non-stick pan like me, you need to preheat it to 350. So then just to make sure our banana bread does not stick to our pan, we don't want to make an entire recipe and then have it be stuck to the pan. We are going to spray this with some non-stick spray. Okay, so now that this is all non-stick sprayed, we can just set this aside until later. Step 2, we are going to whisk our dry ingredients in this bowl. Okay, so for our dry ingredients, we are going to use salt, baking soda, and flour. And for this recipe, you just need regular old all-purpose flour. You do not need bread flour, cake flour, any fancy flour like that. Just regular all-purpose. And you're gonna need 2 cups. Okay, so I have 2 cups of flour in this bowl, and now I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking soda going in. And then you're also just gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is not gonna make salty banana bread. This is gonna make the banana bread taste even more banana-y and even more sweet. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a whisk, and we are going to whisk these dry ingredients until they are all combined. You wanna make sure that baking soda is really in the flour. It's nice and evenly distributed. And we can set this aside for later. Okay, so we just set our dry ingredients aside. It is chillin', and now we can get to the wet ingredients. So the first thing that you're gonna crack into this bowl is 1 egg at room temperature. You just want 1 large egg. Please make sure it's at room temperature. You do not want to put cold eggs in baking recipes because it just won't rise right, and it just won't create the best texture. Now, I've just been leaving it on the counter for like an hour or so, but if you don't have time for that, just fill a little glass with hot water, put the egg in, and like in 10 minutes, you will have a room temperature egg. And the next ingredient we're going to add is 1 cup of sugar. Now, sugar, she is not a wet ingredient, but she's going in the wet ingredients just so she can dissolve a little bit, so we are not getting sugar crystals in our banana bread. And then the next ingredient we're going to add is canola oil. This is what is going to make this banana bread so moist, so tender, so fluffy, so good for days. We are not using butter here because butter, yes, she does provide a little fluffiness and a little butter flavor, but when we just use her by herself in bread recipes, she makes it too dry. So now I'm just gonna pour the oil into the egg and the sugar, and we can get to mixing this up. Okay, so I'm just gonna poke that little egg yolk so it pops, and I'm just gonna use the same whisk I used for those dry ingredients and just mix this until it's combined. You are not gonna dissolve the sugar by mixing this. We are just going to mix it until it looks like one cohesive mixture. Okay, it looks perfect. It looks like almost like lemon curd. She is a little pasty, a little thick. And now we can get on to the next step. Okay, so we are done with the whisk. She's done for today. We don't want her to be in the party anymore because we don't want to overmix this batter. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take our dry ingredients that have been sitting over there in timeout for a little bit and dump it into the wet mixture. So now we can just take a rubber spatula and mix this just until it is combined. She is gonna look a little thick, and you don't want to over mix this. No, because you're gonna end up with a banana cracker, not a banana bread. We just want this to be mixed just until you cannot see any streaks of flour anymore, just until it's combined. Just until it's combined. Please don't overmix this, please. Okay, so this is what the mixture looks like right now. It's very like crumbly and dry, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, so to make this a little less dry, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. I use soy milk. You can use, the recipe actually calls for buttermilk. I never have that on hand, so if you don't have buttermilk, just use whatever milk you want, and it's 2 tablespoons, also at room temperature. And then we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract to this. This is just gonna give it that nice vanilla flavor we all know and love. And then we cannot forget, this is banana bread. So what are we gonna need? Bananas. This recipe calls for 3 ripe bananas. Normally, I would have these a lot riper. You want the ripest of the ripest of the ripe. The riper the bananas, the better flavor you are going to get from this recipe. So I've just been letting these sit on my counter for like a few days, and I think they're going to be perfectly fine. But do not try to make this bread with green bananas. Don't do it, please. No amount of sugar can save you from that. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. So I'm just going to take another little bowl and peel my bananas. Obviously, don't use the peel, just use the banana. And then normally when I'm at home making this, I like to mash this with like a potato masher, but I don't have that here. So I'm just gonna improvise and use a little, fork and mash this until it is mashed. Okay, so all the bananas are like, it's almost like baby food. Oh, but it's not like baby food. So now that it's all mashed, we can just dump this into the cake mixture or the bread mixture. Is it banana bread or banana cake? Is it a dessert or is it breakfast? Or is it both? I love being a philosopher. Okay, so now that the milk, vanilla, and bananas are in here, we can just stir it just until it's combined again, but you do want to make sure to work that banana in. We don't want one slice to have all this banana flavor and the other to have none of it. No. We want an equal distribution of banana. This smells so good. Like the best ever. When it hits that oven, we are in banana heaven. The last thing we need to do before we put this in the pan is fold in 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts into my measuring cup and dump them in. Yay! And you can put a lot of stuff in banana bread. I live for chocolate chips, walnuts, coconut flakes. Literally, whatever you want in here, put in here. Okay, so now that I have all of the walnuts in there, I'm just gonna use my rubber spatula and fold those in just so that every little piece gets a little walnut in it. Okay, and just like that, our batter is done. This is such an easy recipe to make. You do not have to be a pro baker to make this. You just need a little arm strength. Okay, now that it's all mixed, we can just scrape this into our nonstick pan that we sprayed with nonstick spray. And now I'm just gonna take my rubber spatula and smooth this out just so that it bakes nice and evenly. And then the last thing we are going to do, because Starbucks does this as well, is we're just going to sprinkle like 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts over the bread before we put it in the oven. Okay, and now we can just sprinkle the chopped walnuts over the banana bread. This is completely optional, but it does give that nice little crunch. That nice little crunch, it's just that final touch. Because we are not putting like icing or anything on this, so it's kind of like that little curb appeal decoration garnish moment. Okay, so this bread is completely done. Now we are going to put it in the 350-degree oven for 45 to 60 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. And I will see you guys when this is done. Bye. Okay guys, we are in my room. We are in a little change of setting. Guess what came out of the oven? This banana bread smells so good. If this could be like permanent in my apartment, I would live for that. I would live for that. It's like still warm. I think that's the best time to eat banana bread, when it's like just warm out of the oven. It did take like 60 minutes, so the recipe said anywhere from 45 to 60. She took 60, so she should be done. I'm gonna put her on the wire rack, cut her up, and we can get a slice. Okay, I just want to give you guys the opportunity to see what this looks like on top right out of the oven. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. The walnuts on top just, ooh, make it look so good. Okay guys, because this is like so warm and so fresh, it's like falling apart. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. If the walnuts were not there, it would be a great banana bread. Great, amazing. But the walnuts just give it that little texture, that little crunch that it needs to just elevate this banana bread. This banana bread is the best way to start your day. This is like the best breakfast you could ever have, ever. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, view my entire Starbucks playlist, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.